back to get this one started after this. From the north side of Chicago, Wrigley Field, the show brings you the National League Wild Card Series. It's the Philadelphia Phillies and the Chicago Cubs. Alongside Chris Singleton, I'm John Shambi. And we're just about set to get this Wild Card Series underway, Singy. Game one has outsized importance in a three-game set.
Yeah, Boog, it's a huge game. There's no doubt about it. Guys are always talking about setting the tone in game one of a series. Well, in a three-game series, that might be the only tone that gets set. So this is no ordinary series opener.
First pitch coming your way next. So, almost ready to get underway. Getting the nod on the mound, Fergie Jenkins. What do we have on him?
Well, he comes at hitters with a 5-pitch mix, so for him, it's always interesting to see how he utilizes those weapons. He may lean on 1 or 2 pitches depending on how things are going and how things are working, but if he can control 4 or even 5 of those offerings, look out, hitters. It's going to be a tough day. He's really going to be able to keep those guys off balance.
Now it's the veteran outfielder, Richie Ashburn. Bunt attempt, but that goes foul. Just missed.
1-1.
And a swing and a miss there.
Clearly was sitting on a fastball right there. It just ended up out in front of the slider. Hey, you can't fault him for his commitment. Now he's just going to have to battle with 2 strikes.
1-2 now. On the ground right side. And that's just foul. And the righty deals. And he hits a ground ball right side. Whips it to Gallo. 1 out in the top of the first. And time now for the Phillies lineup. Chris, this is a lineup offensively that could be really good for years to come.
They're deep, first and foremost, but the way that they can manipulate their personnel for matchups and everything else, it's very intelligent the way that they use their team, and I think it creates a little bit of uncertainty for opposing teams, especially in a big game, big series.
Trey Turner now at the plate as he swings through strike 1. 1 out, bases empty. And it's even up.
Hey, partner, back in 2023, Turner homered off the same pitcher twice in the same inning. Only a few players have ever done it, and his were against his former team, the Washington Nationals.
And that one is lifted in the air. Bellinger sizing it up. And there's 2 away. On the north side of Chicago, John Shambi and Chris Singleton. And next is the designated hitter, Jim Thome. In there at the knees for a strike.
0-1.
Big swing and a miss.
More and more guys are looking to slug regardless of the count. In this situation, we'll keep a close eye on his approach.
That's inside.
2 strikes.
Fouls it off, still 1-2. 2 out, space is empty. Two outs. Just misses the mark outside the zone.
It's a good take.
And the pitch. Swings and misses, struck him out. We head to the bottom of the first. No score. Back here at Wrigley Field. And on the hill in this one, Robin Roberts. What do you have on him, Siggy?
4-pitch guy. He's got some options to work with in terms of keeping hitters off balance. So we'll see how he decides to utilize those weapons through this start here, and whether or not he's able to mix them all in early, or if he wants to hold something back a little bit later, maybe second, third time through the order, and give them something they haven't seen. It's tough when you know a guy's got that in his back pocket. As a hitter, you really have to stay on your toes.
Number 23, the leadoff batter, as he looks at ball one. Roberts, a former All-Star. He features a four-seam fastball, a curve, a sinker, and he occasionally uses a curve. There's a strike.
I mean, that's perfect location, right on the black. I mean, over and over again, this guy demonstrates the ability to hit those spots. They're so tough to do anything with as a hitter.
Next offering is in for a strike. And the curve is down and in.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
The wind of the pitch. And that's in the dirt. And it's a full count. And a foul ball, he stays alive. The pitch. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout.
Well, that high four-seam fastball has become such a great pitch for pitchers to finish hitters off. They're trying to stay back with 2 strikes, make sure that they can handle something off speed, and just with good spin rate, good rotation through the zone, elevate it a little bit, get a lot of swings and misses, and that's a really nice job right there.
Bellinger up to hit. There's a strike.
0-1's the count.
One down, base is empty. That's in there, and it's 0-2.
The first pitch, just a tough pitch at the knees in the outside corner for a strike, and then he went in on the next one. So he's got to move the ball in and out from pitch to pitch, up and down, and just try to keep these guys looking all over the place and never lock into one area, because he just doesn't have the stuff to beat you that way.
Ashburn calls it in, 2 away. Time now for the Chicago Cubs lineup. And this is an offense with a ton of pop, top to bottom, Siggy.
Yeah, well, some players will say that home runs are mistakes. They were just a little too quick. Not this club. They're looking to hit the ball over the fence. Not any speedsters in this lineup. Not players that were looking to run around the bases. They're looking to jog. And I expect to see that kind of approach in this one.
Billy Williams in the box here lets that one go for a ball. And here it comes. Into center and a base hit. So a 2-out knock keeps the inning alive.
Everything came together for him. Rather than ripping one into the gap or blasting one over the wall, there aren't a whole lot of hits that are more satisfying than a nice line drive in the center field. So that definitely felt good.
And here is Sosa to the plate. And misses inside. Next offering is downstairs.
2 balls, no strikes.
And that one just missed off the outside edge. Ernie Banks waiting to hit for the Cubs. And a 4-pitch walk.
Take your base.
Well, just came apart right there. 4-pitch walk, and guy at the plate was not going to help him out by swinging at something out of the zone.
So digging in, Bernie Banks.
Kind of a throwback. No batting gloves.
Fastball for a strike.
The crowd here has been fired up even before the first pitch for this series, and they'll go crazy right here if they can take an early first-inning lead.
Late that time, and it's strike 2.
Well, he can move the ball around, add and subtract, get some weak contact at times, so you don't worry as...
Got him. Out number 3.
Sometimes he wears the emotion on the sleeve, but that's okay as long as he's getting results. And right there, thrilled with the punch out to get out of a jam.
And welcome back to the ballpark. Now the third baseman, Mike Schmidt.
If you don't get ahead in the count, you can forget about having any success against him.
Jenkins back to work. Fly ball pretty well struck right field. That one carrying into the bleachers and gone. A shot to the opposite field. It's 1-0. He only needed one swing to square it up.
Not wasting any time in that at bat, Boog. Aggressive, and it paid off. Always scary for a pitcher when a guy can take a fastball down the middle and hit it to the opposite field. No holes in a swing like that, and that time that ball was hit hard.
So up next, Ryan Howard. First pitch misses.
One wonderful thing about the postseason, you never know who's going to be the hero. It could be the superstar, but often it's a far more unlikely player.
One run across in the frame so far here in Game 1 of the Wild Card Series. Out towards right center field. Bellinger sizing this one up. Makes the catch for the out. You know, one unlikely postseason hero I saw up close, Alex Gonzalez of the Marlins in the 2003 World Series. Wasn't really known for his bat, but he hit a walk-off homer in extra innings in Game 4. It tied the series and was a huge momentum swing. Minnie Minoso in the box now. No balls and a strike.
Pretty rare location right there, right down the middle. This guy paints the edges. I'm not sure if you're going to see that pitch again as a hitter.
One out, bases empty, and a run in here in Game 1. That misses. Going to count 1-2. And the pitch. Swing and a miss. Got him to go up the ladder for the K.
Typically that high fastball, if it's close to the top of the strike zone, a hitter, if he's prepared for it, can get to it. But that one just had that little jump at the end, which indicates there's a good spin rate on it, and it didn't decrease in velocity as that hitter's internal clock would expect it to, and that's why you see the swing and miss.
2 down, nobody on. And now 2-0. Two down, base is empty, but one run across here at the top of the second. On the ground, Banks tosses to first. That ends the frame. One scores in the inning, coming on this solo home run. It's now 1-0. Back here at the friendly confines, here's a big power threat. Andre Dawson. This is a true five-tool guy. Not very many of them out there, but when he's on the field, you can't take your eye off him. And there's a ball.
Fans come to the ballpark to watch him play. And in baseball, to have such a talented player going out there every day and putting on the show that he does, just a joy to watch.
The pitch. Right through there for a strike. Hits for average power, the ability to field, the arm, and then the speed. Really impressive. And the 1-2 misses to even the count. He goes down looking. Dansby Swanson stands in. That catches the zone for a strike.
He's a bad ball hitter, so even if you get him to chase pitches outside the zone, he still might beat you. Not an easy out by any means.
Next offering is in for a strike. Ed Drummond behind the plate calling balls and strikes. Maybe one of the most respected umpires around the league.
He's not the kind of umpire that you're likely to notice back there. And that can be a huge compliment, really. So if you're just kind of quietly doing your job, staying consistent with your calls, hitters, pitchers, managers, even fans, they're all going to appreciate you. Ed Drummond, he's that kind of umpire.
Back-to-back strikeouts to start the frame, and that's now 3 in a row.
Yeah, he's really settling in and getting a feel for his pitches, throwing them where he wants to right now. So we'll see how long he can keep this streak going.
Two outs. And a foul ball. And the right-hander deals. Bounce to the left side. And foul ball. Righty delivers. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. 3 up, 3 down, inning over. Cubs are down quietly. And it remains 1-0. And we're back. All set for the start of the inning. And now for the Phillies, Nick Castellanos. The right-hander back to work. Foul ball there.
We have the 1971 Cy Young Award winner on the mound in this one, Boog. And Fergie became the first Cubs pitcher and the first Canadian to win the award after throwing 30 complete games that season.
The line to the pitch. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout. And up to the plate is JT Realmuto. That's hard hit on the line. Bellinger makes the grab. So the batting order turns over, and digging in for Philadelphia, Richie Ashburn. This guy makes great contact, one of the best in the game at putting bat on ball.
He's got such quick hands, and he's gaining pitch recognition. That keeps him square to the plate. There's a good...
He's there. He's got it. And that is that. Down quickly go the Phillies. They lead it 1-0. As we go to the last of the third. Stepping in the long ball threat, Joey Gallo. Back to work. Now this one's crushed down the line. Looking, foul ball. 0-1 down. Got a good eye there.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Check swing, now an appeal to third. And yes, he offered at it. That misses, and it's 2-2.
Well, he's not afraid to fall into a 2-strike count. Knows the strike zone very well, so much so that I think umpires will look at him and determine whether it's a ball or strike, if he swings or not.
The pitch. Foul ball, and it remains a full count. The wind of the pitch. Fouled off again, and it remains 3-2. Left-hand hitter waits. Drilled to right, way back there, and that is gone. A gigantic blast. And this game is tied. It's 1-1. He kept swinging, and it paid off.
Well, that was a battle, Boog, and he just kept taking his cuts. Finally squared one up. Knew what pitch he wanted to hit. Spit on some other pitches in this at bat. Was very patient, and it paid off.
To the leadoff spot in the Cubs lineup. Now it's the second baseman. And there's a foul ball.
Always exciting to see a leadoff home run in an inning. Kind of gets the offense fired up, and you start to expect a big inning.
The 0-1. That one ripped, but foul.
With the big bats coming up and a home run already surrendered, he's really going to have to execute against these next couple of batters.
The 0-2. And
1
that's
ball,
in the dirt.
2 strikes.
The pitch out there, and that's the first out. Nice recovery after giving up the homer.
Well, you rarely ever see 3 curveballs in a row because that's one of those pitches that's most effective when you haven't seen it recently. You might see 3 sliders in a row, but right there, he was feeling that curveball and figured he could finish with that pitch.
Bellinger stands in now and watches strike 1. Bellinger's an interesting example when you talk about scouting and development. I mean, this is a guy now that has turned into one of the premier power hitters in the sport. He was a 4th-round pick out of Hamilton High School in Chandler, Arizona in 2013. He hit 1 homer the senior year. And he chases that one below the zone.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
And a 1-2. Gets a piece and stays alive. One down, base is empty. Swings and misses at the breaking ball in the dirt. Ow. 2 away now after the drop 3rd strike.
Well, obviously that was nowhere near the strike zone by the time it got to the plate. People at home watching are thinking, what's he swinging at? But I'll tell you, some of the break guys snap off these days is just devastating. It can be so tough to recognize where a pitch like that's going to end up.
Now here is Billy Williams. Swing and a miss, and he chases that one in the dirt. Tied up here in the early going. Next pitch way upstairs. Wouldn't chase that time.
2 balls, 1 strike.
That's in there. 2 balls, 2 strikes. just misses with that one.
Well, he's so great about hitting the ball the other way. He gets those arms extended. So right there, just trying to straighten him up a little bit so he doesn't have as much outside plate coverage.
Eighth pitch of the at-bat coming up. And a swing and a miss. And that's that. Just one hit in the inning, but it was a big one right here as it ties the ball game. All even at one apiece. Back here at Wrigley Field, John Sciambi with Chris Singleton, and set to lead off the fourth, Trey Turner. Here comes a pitch. The shortstop takes the ball.
You know, these Phils just lacking discipline at the plate in this ballgame. So many of their outs have come from weak contact on pitches they're chasing outside of the strike zone. You can't do much of anything with those locations, and that's been true again today.
Kicks and fires. That's in there. And the count 1-2.
And as a pitcher, when the hitters are swinging at everything, you feel no need to challenge inside the zone. You just keep working the corners and expanding that strike zone and beyond, and they just keep eating right out of your hand.
Swing and a miss, and he struck him out. And there's one down.
Oh, there's a small sigh of relief right there. I mean, just to keep that speed off the base paths. It's not just the pitcher. It's other guys that have to think about it. From your infielders, have to think about that runner potentially stealing, but also be in position to make a play. As an outfielder, you're thinking about a base hit to the outfield. I got to get to it quickly to try to keep this guy from taking an extra base. So I think everyone just a little more relaxed that he didn't reach base.
That's going for a strike. Goes up empty. That's strike two.
2 strikes.
One down, base is empty. In the air, out towards right center. Dawson makes the grab, and there's 2 gone.
Up next for Philadelphia, the third baseman.
And next will be the cleanup hitter, Mike Schmidt. He's already homered in this game. Right through there for a strike.
Well, impressed that he went right after him on that first pitch. That's the key. Try to get ahead in the count, and you can play around a little bit more as the at-bat expands.
Next offering in there for a strike. And that is strike 2. Struck him out looking. Phillies go down quietly in the inning. Still tied 1-1. Game 1 of this wild card series. So up now for Chicago, Sammy Sosa. The pitch. And that one off the outside edge.
You know, these Cubs showing great discipline at the plate, and patience definitely seems to be the name of their game in this one. He's only given up 1 run, but the starter's pitch count is starting to get up there, and that might be the best news yet for this offense.
Kicks and deals.
That's the ball.
Check swing. Did he go? Yes, he did.
You know, sometimes all it takes is getting to the next arm before an offense does any damage, and that might be the case today.
Swing and a miss, struck him out.
He just ran out of patience there. He took a couple of pitches to even that count up at 2 balls and 2 strikes, but that time chased outside the zone.
And next for the Cubs, Ernie Banks. That's in there. Strike one. And the pitch. That one way inside. And a swing and a miss. 2-way down.
Pretty electric stuff showing up on the mound right now. I mean, in the double-digit strikeouts, he should be able to rack up some more before he's done in this one. And there are not many of these hitters have had much of an answer for what he's offering out there.
Now, Andre Dawson went down on strikes his first time through. And a curve is down and in. Two down, nobody on. Here in game one of this 3-game set. That one a little bit high. And that's ball 2.
Well, he looks more focused at the plate and working the count after that first at-bat strikeout.
Bounced up the middle. Dives, but he kicks off his glove. Not in time. Great effort, but it's an infield hit.
Now back, the third baseman, Dante Swanson.
Dansby Swanson is going to get a chance to hit. Struck out looking his first time.
Ball.
Squirts away a little bit, and the runner stays where he is. Ground ball left side. Schmitty over to first. And the inning is over. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and a man left. We're headed to the 5th. All tied 1-1. Here at Wrigley Field, new inning getting started. So digging in now for Philadelphia, Ryan Howard. Howard measures 6 feet 4 inches, 250 pounds, and he's a former home run derby champ. Clips the curve, and that is strike 1. And ball 1.
Well, these Phillies, they're not going to be happy with the at-bats they've been having so far. Just 1 base runner to this point, and it's not exactly early anymore. They have guys in this lineup capable of sparking something, but it just hasn't happened for them yet.
And a big swing and a miss. Left-hand batter waits. Got him swinging. Now it's going to be Minnie Minoso. He was a strikeout victim his first time.
Right through there for a strike. This game has been so tight, feels like the next team to score will win it.
Swing and a miss, and he got him. Picks up strikeout number 7.
That was a well-executed slider away for the strikeout right there. First 2 pitches filled up the zone and got him ahead 0-2 in the count. And at that point, you can start expanding the zone as a pitcher. He made him chase and got the quick strikeout.
Chase Utley getting ready to hit. Fastball for a strike. And now the 0-1. Swing and a ball hit out towards left center field. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. And that is that. Halfway home. All even. 1 apiece. And welcome back to the ballpark. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. And here's the catcher, Hebert Ruiz. With the right-hander back to work. Swing and a miss. That's strike 1.
He's pitching well, but not throwing a ton of first pitch strikes. Usually doesn't work out for success, but you can never predict baseball.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Foul ball, still 0-2. Got him swinging for the strikeout. Chase the fastball up the ladder for strike 3.
Well, that pitch wasn't even close to being a strike, and that just goes to show you how defensive hitters can become when they're up against an 0-2 count. You're just hoping for a mistake somewhere near the zone that you can get the bat to, but right there, he was clearly anxious. He was swinging when the ball left the hand.
Joey Gallo steps to the plate. First pitch doesn't find the zone. Base is empty, 1 away. Last half of inning number 5. And that one fouled off. One down, base is empty. Down to the dirt, swing and a miss.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Outside. And another ball. And that's ball 4.
His ability to draw walks has been something that's been part of his career since day 1.
Here's the second baseman, who's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. Singy, he's a guy that covers both sides of the plate about as well as anyone in the sport. How difficult is that to do?
Well, just look at the back of my bubblegum card. You'll see how hard it is. These guys are great, man. They have the ability to look out there, but also to be able to turn on the inside pitch. Those that can really sharpen things on the outer half, those are the ones that become elite.
0-1 for count.
Right-hander kicks, deals.
Ball,
And
that's
he's upstairs, ball 1. And that's ball 1. And he deals. Maybe a 2 ball. 5, 4,
That's an out.
3, double play. And the inning is over.
Poetry in motion there as the second baseman turns the double play. Nice throw to first, and that's the way to end the inning.
And we're back. Here's Nicholas Castellanos.
Right fielder, number 8, Nick Castellanos.
The pitch. That one finds the zone. And it's 0-1.
It looks like these hitters have been in between with their timing today. Good fastball, excellent slider, but they've not been able to commit to one velocity and stay there.
Ground ball right side. He handles it himself. Leadoff man retired in the 6th.
Now batter, catcher, JT
JT Realmuto steps in. He's 0 for 1. All tied up over the top half of the 6th. Just missed.
He's controlling things out there on the mound, not messing around at all. He's been in attack mode since the very start.
And he swings through that one.
Pretty frugal guy. He is very efficient with the pitch count in this one.
1-2. And that skips into dirt.
Well, he might have to look for a different put-away pitch right here, 2-2. He's already seen the curveball a couple of times in this at-bat, so might have it timed up and ready for it.
Well struck left field. That ball's carrying. And brings it in at the wall.
Now batting, the center fielder.
So the Philly batting order turns over. And now here's a speed threat. Outfielder Richie Ashburn. And takes low for ball 1. 2 down, nobody on. You're in game 1 of this 3-game set. And a foul ball. And a pitch. Right through there for a strike.
He's been able to go inside as well as outside, effectively working both sides of the plate in this at-bat.
And it's a 3-up, 3-down inning. Nothing across here this half. 2, 3, 4 due up in the home half of the 6th. All tied 1-1. Back here at the friendly confines. Bottom of the 6th inning. And up to the plate comes Cody Bellinger. Roberts back to work. He swings and crushes one. Deep on its way. Way back there. Gone. It's a belly bomb. A massive home run. It's 2-1. One pitch, one swing, one home run.
Yeah, you could say that's efficiency right there. Didn't need much time in the box to make an impact. With a low 90s fastball, you have to live on the edges and hit your spots. If you don't, you'll get hit hard. Really good swing there. Patient, waited for it. It was like BP all over again.
Here's the left fielder, Billy Williams. And it's fouled away.
Part of the order coming through now, and with one home run already in this inning, they're definitely looking to do some more damage.
Nobody on, nobody out here in the bottom of the 6th. Next offering upstairs.
Not a lot of people know this, but this isn't the only Wrigley Field in MLB history. You know, when the league expanded and added the Los Angeles Angels in 1961, they played their first season at a stadium in LA called Wrigley Field, which had been the home of the minor league team of the same name.
Foul ball. And a pitch. And it stays fair.
Well, they call that an advantage count for a reason. You're so much more likely to get something you can handle. That was a thing of beauty. He may have been a little behind the pitch, but by getting that barrel into the hitting zone early on in his swing, he was able to meet it and still shoot a line drive down the line and left.
Man at first, and up next for Chicago, Sammy Sosa. A strikeout and a walk. And there's a curve through for a strike. Righty to the plate. And that's in there at the knees for a strike.
Quickly down 0-2 in the count. I think you got to choke up a little bit, spread out the feet. You don't know what the velocity or the location of this next pitch is going to be.
Misses, and it's 1-2.
Too close for me, partner, to take that 0-2 fastball, but for whatever reasons, he let it go by. He's still in the at-bat. I don't think he'll let the next one go.
Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. And a ball and 2 strikes. Waves at the bender for the strikeout.
Well, he used the slow curve very effectively right there. He just spun it up to the plate and had his guy way out front. Not only a good pitch, but a really good job of setting it up.
Bang.
Now it's the shortstop, Ernie Banks. He's turned into one of the best shortstops in the game. Chris, baseball today, so many strikeouts, and they are available to pitchers. But this is a guy that puts the bat on the ball and is kind of different from the players that we see day in, day out. Swings and misses. Strike one.
Yeah, his swing is so good. It's in the zone a long time. He gets the barrel to it a lot, and that produces more base hits.
That one off the mark, and it's 1-1. When you look at the elite teams in the game right now, there is going to be the slug, no question about it. But the really good offensive teams combine slug with more contact, with less swing and miss. Pitch. And a swing and a miss. And there's 2 away.
Third time he struck out in this one, and definitely an individual performance you want to flush. He just hasn't looked very comfortable out there. Just one of those days. But when you're still winning the ball game, at least you can focus on doing your part to maintain that lead and getting that W.
Now it's the right fielder, Andre Dawson. 1 for 2. Singing, you can't ask for anything more. This guy checks all the boxes offensively.
He's the ultimate professional, and it doesn't just start at game time. It starts in the afternoon, the way he prepares and gets ready for the ball game. I tell you what, his teammates feed off of the leadership that he shows on and off the field.
At the belt and fires. And a foul ball. And the pitch. Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2. The pitch.
One ball,
delivers outside.
2 strikes.
Hard on the ground to first. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. Cubs get 1 on the solo shot, and this is now a 2-1 ball game. This is the National League Wild Card Series on the show. Back here at Wrigley Field, we go to the top of the 7th. And now for the Phillies, Trey Turner. And here it comes. And he bunts, but that's a foul ball.
This pitcher's done a good job of disrupting the hitter's timing with the mix of pitches and changing speeds. You want to keep that front foot inconsistent for the batter. Their swings are hesitant, and that's exactly what you want on the mound.
Action in the pen down there. Lee Smith, the hard-throwing righty, is up and loosening. Alzolay also getting ready. The shortstop takes the ball.
Seems like the hitters are struggling with their timing today, kind of caught in between that sharp fastball and the nasty slider. I'd like to see him settle on a consistent pitch.
Looking to get the tying run on base. Now this is in the air down the line. On his way over. Long run, tracks it down. And there's one down.
The batter, the designated hitter,
Jim Thome now at the plate.
A lot of times you're looking for a guy to get that tying run on base, but because of the power, you want him to tie up the game with one swing here.
And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter.
I really like how he's been attacking hitters early in at bats. He's thrown strikes on the first pitch to over 70% of the guys he's faced in this one.
One down, Phillies down a run. Swing and a miss. And a count 1-2.
So impressive how the velo is still there even this deep into the outing.
Good eye right there. On the ground to first. And he takes it himself for the out.
now third baseman, Mike Schmidt.
Here's the third baseman, Mike Schmidt. He's already homered here in this one. Grounded to Ernie. Fires over to first. And they take care of Schmidt for the out. And the inning is over. 3 up, 3 down for Philadelphia. And our score remains 2-1. Here at Wrigley Field, bottom of the 7th. So up now for Chicago, Dansby Swanson.
Swanson, former first-round pick by the Arizona Diamondbacks. Vanderbilt player in college, College World Series player, all that good stuff, but really coming into his own.
Swing and a miss. It's 0-1. Some stirring in the bullpen for the Phillies. Matt Strong, the left-handed reliever, appears to be getting loose. Bilotti getting loose as well. Right through there for a strike. Well, he's back out there to begin the 7th. That surprised you at all, Chris?
Yeah, a little bit. It was a little rough 6th inning there, but his skipper's got a lot of confidence in him. But trust me, they will keep a close eye on how he does in this one.
Utley throws to first in time. 1 up, 1 down.
Now batting, catcher, Ruiz.
And now it's Keibert Ruiz. Backed off the plate that time. Right through there for a strike. Base is empty, 1 away here in the late stages of game 1. And the right-hander deals. Had him looking for the K. A big performance on the mound. Lots of strikeouts. That was number 14.
Yeah, clearly trusting his stuff in this one. Feeling really good about what he's working with. And that really allows a guy to attack hitters. Such an important mindset to have out there on the mound, especially when you're ahead in the count with 2 strikes.
And now it's Joey Gallo. He blasted one out earlier in the 3rd.
Just a solo home run, but an important swing of the bat in this game. We've already seen him do it once. Can he do it again?
That's the corner. That's strike 1.
Now, there's a pitch we haven't seen in a while. It's going to be tough on the hitters if he can mix that in whenever he wants.
There's a swing and a miss.
This guy's got such a good sinker. As a hitter, you've got to look up in the zone. If you look down, you're going to be chasing stuff in the dirt.
Swing a high fly ball deep left field. Minoso ranging back on it. Hauls it in on the warning track. So they make short work of him there. We look ahead to inning number 8. It's the Cubs 2 and the Phillies 1. And welcome back to the ballpark. We go to the 8th, and digging in for Philadelphia, Ryan Howard. The right-hander back to work.
It's no secret teams need strong starting pitching to win in the postseason. Your game 1 starter can set the tone for the series, and it feels like that's what's happening tonight. She really delivered for her team by going deep into this game.
That one is absolutely belted. Looks like extra bases. Into second base. The tying run is on with a leadoff double.
Man, those are the types of hits where you don't feel any vibration in your hands whatsoever. Such a good feeling. Loud contact leads to the double. I mean, you could tell it had extra bases written all over it as it jumped off of his stick. A chance now to even the score and maybe extend this game.
Here comes the skipper, and we're going to see a pitching change in this spot. Fergie Jenkins is done. Only 2 hits allowed for him, so a great effort. And we'll be back after a quick break to tell you about the new arm. Lee Smith gets handed the rock out of the pen.
These are the spots relievers really make a name for themselves. Late and close. There's not much margin for error, but at the same time, there's a reason they're put in these situations.
Looks like we've got a substitution at second. Pitch running here, Jimmy Rollins. Runner in scoring position, no outs. Minnie Minoso stands in for the Phillies. That keeps the zone with a single base runner. Because of all the power, they are dangerous to tie this thing up or take the lead. Next offering misses, and that is ball 1.
Lots of anxious fans in the ballpark right now. You can feel it.
So the tying run at second. And that's in there at the knees.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Phillies fans want a strikeout. Got it! Not what you're looking for after the leadoff double. A strikeout, and there's 1 away.
Well, he's going to have some thinking to do when he leaves the ballpark after this one. That was his 3rd strikeout, and this one looking, obviously, so he's been a little overmatched. He's got to find a way just to be more competitive up there at the plate.
So digging in now for Philadelphia, Chase Utley. Strike 1.
As a pitcher, you know the runner on second is ready to push things with his speed. A base hit's probably going to be a big run, so you really have to execute on the mound.
The 0-1. Swing and a miss as he was late. Holding on to a 1-run lead, and we're in the top of the 8th. Hits it, misses, it's a strikeout.
Well, there he gets the slider in on his hands, and it just eats him off. It's hard to get the bat around on a pitch like that in tight. You just feel like you're crowded on the inside part of the plate. Can't get any extension. That's what he definitely should have laid off of.
Nick Castellanos at the plate now. That one's in there. Strike 1. Rollins on at second with 2 down. Next pitch is downstairs.
The only adjustment he needs to make is his target. If you aim at the outside corner, that slider's going to end up way off the plate. Perhaps look a little more down the middle.
Runner takes off for third and fouled off. The 1-2. Swing and a miss. That's his strikeout. Slider got him for strike 3.
Well, this guy competes hard. We see the emotion there. I love it. Great job of getting out of the jam.
Back now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th. Matt Strong.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
So coming into the game now on defense, Bryce Harper. He takes over as the new first baseman. Now it's the second baseman. 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts and a ground out. The pitch. Strong measures 6 feet 2 inches, 190 pounds, and he's one of the few players in Major League Baseball born in the state of North Dakota. The 1-0. Just missed. That one's spoiled, and the count now 2-1. And now the lefty fouls one off. 2-2. Sets him down looking. Couldn't pull the trigger on a fastball at the knees. One down. There comes Cody Bellinger. 1 for 3. And first offering is fouled off. Base is empty, 1 away. Here the bottom half of the 8th inning. Next pitch misses, and the count even 1-1. Meanwhile, activity in the bullpen. Gregory Soto up and throwing. Got the bat going too soon, and strike 2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Chases the fastball up the ladder, struck him out.
Chance to strike out the side now. You talk about the benefits, the advantages of relievers who can come in and get the swing and miss, whether it's inherited runners or maybe a little jam that they get into themselves. Knowing that they can miss the bat, tell you what, that's huge and can change the ball game.
And first offering is fouled off. Two down, nobody on. Late with the swing there.
Wow, good luck catching up to that one.
Two outs. Swings through that, and it's a strikeout. And the Cubs go 1-2-3. Nothing happening there for the Cubs. They lead it 2-1. Back now, and on the mound, the closer, Bruce Sutter.
Oh, he's the guy they hope to turn to out of the pen to lock down the win. So this game has gone to plan, more or less. Let's see if he can wrap it up here.
The line to kick the pitch. Real Muto up to bat next. Lays off for a ball. Swing and a miss. And it's 1-1. Swings through that one for strike 2. He's going off speed. He needs to elevate here with 2 strikes out of the zone. Out to short. Banks whips it across, and Real Muto is out. That's a big first out right there, and that changes things.
Yeah, you can kind of see how just the hope and optimism has shrunk a little bit, but they got a couple more outs to work with. They got to find a way to get a runner on and get one around the bases. Trying to keep good speed off the bases. While the bat can be a little bit of a dance. Strike 1 here, but a few more pitches. We'll see how it turns out.
Popped up. Snags it for the second out.
Boy, that was a hanging breaking ball right there. I think he tried to do a little bit too much. Sometimes those eyes can get really big. I think his swing broke down as well, and that's what caused him to pop it up.
Last chance for the Phillies. And the batter now, Trey Turner. Fastball for a strike. Trying to close out a 1-run lead here at the top of the ninth. Swing and a miss as he was out front.
This guy's pounding the zone. Hitters don't have time to think in between pitches.
Suter is just 1 strike away. And that's off the inside edge. Now 1-2.
That turns out to be a really good take right there, but you don't want to end this game with the bat on your shoulder.
The line, the kick, and the 1-2. Got him. And that'll do it. So the Chicago Cubs off to the right foot here in this wild card series. They take game 1 in front of their home fans.
Yeah, and you could argue there's even more pressure on you as the home team in a 3-game series, but these fans definitely showed up for this one. They had an impact, Boog, and their guys took care of business.
And on the other side of things, it'll be an elimination game in this same atmosphere in game 2, so that will be quite a test to keep their season alive.
Yeah, no doubt.
Not a ton of offense to chat about as we look at the final numbers, but this was a good one.
Yeah, it was a low-scoring game, Boog, but sometimes those can be the best, especially this time of year.
And your final score here today, 2-1. They hang on to win it by a run. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi. We'll see you soon.
Here now is the final line for tonight. First for the victorious Chicago Cubs. 2 runs on 5 hits. No errors. They left 5 runners on base. For Philadelphia, 1 run on 2 hits. No errors. They left 1 runner on base. Time of the ball game, 2 hours and 41 minutes. Tonight's 8 attendance at Wrigley Field, 41,649. As always, we thank you for your support of Chicago Cubs baseball and remind you to please drive home safely.